Hey gamers, Maniac here. No, I am not the Dungeon Master, but I have been doing a lot of studying on D&D 5th edition for the last couple of weeks. Trying my best to get prepared for a future where I will be playing pen and paper role-playing games. And I'm really excited about it. I got a starter set, as you can see. I just picked up a player's handbook. And I took some advice, and I got these are some free, what's the word I guess you would call it. You can actually get, if you have access to a computer, heck, any type of smartphone basically that can read PDF files, you can go on DungeonsandDragons.com and you can download a basic rule set for basic player rules and basic Dungeon Master rules. Doesn't have everything that's in the books. If you want all the information, you have to pay for the books. But there is information in here, and I totally recommend, if you are interested, to read these first to see what you think about it. You can also print out character sheets, pre-gen character sheets. It's a great reference. So, Wizards, you're doing a great Dungeons & Dragons website. Also, for anybody that might have picked up the Dungeons & Dragons starter set, it's a good deal at $20 US. Definitely, I remember I picked it up. I am not regretted picking it up. It's got a lot of information in it. And I'm actually using it because I want to use it for the module that's included with it, which is called The Lost Minds of Phandelver. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it comes with this set of 6 dice. A couple of dice are in here, as you can see, is a D6, a D12, a D8, a D4, D20, of course. And I think there's a... oh, what is that? D10. I believe this one's a D10. So, yeah... But my girlfriend actually decided to surprise me and get me a set of my own dice. She knows that I have very peculiar taste when it comes to dice. Particularly, I have been looking at hobby shop after hobby shop after hobby shop. And I have not been impressed by the dice that have been sold in all of my local hobby shops, particularly because I have weird taste when it comes to color. And for my birthday, my girlfriend got me this set of dice. This is Chessex dice, which is what we're going to be reviewing in this case. I'm going to do a review of this dice. And here's the information about it. This is the Chessex dice. It's called the Blue Steel / White Gemini Polyhedral Dice 7-disc set. I'm sorry, 7-dice set. This is the information about it. She got it off Amazon.com. There we go. And I've mostly been keeping it in this. So we're gonna do a review of this, and we're gonna compare it to this kind of dice. Like I said, this kind of dice you're gonna get in a starter set. If you don't own any dice, get a starter set. But you're gonna want more dice than just this. From what I've been told by many people, basically, there's gonna be times when you're gonna be told roll 3 d20s, roll 3 die. You know, this is only like one set of dice, basically. Even though there is diversity on this dice, you're gonna want another set at least for more common dice. Now I have a special D20 that it's not here, but I have a special D20 that I got for my very first UberCon. It was included in my care package for when I attended an UberCon many years ago, probably around 2004 or so. It was the first time I met Gabe and Tycho from Penny Arcade. I got my own little D20 for the first time. I've kept it. I have no idea who made it, but that I keep as an heirloom. I'm not going to use it because it was my first. But these right here, these dice, I don't know how well you can actually pick up the color on it. Let's see. Can I move it to the light, maybe? Hold on. But this is like it's a blue steel color. And in comparison, like this is a blue. I've never seen my local hobby shop have like a blue steel configuration like this. It just looks so freaking cool. I mean, just look at it. So what do you got in this set? Well, this is a D6. Got a D6 here. Looks like a D4, which I really like. Cool design. This appears to be a D8, which is also another really cool design. I'm weird. I mean, when I was in high school, my freshman year of high school, I took geometry, and I was always fascinated by geometric shapes, particularly like geodesic domes and geodesic spheres and things like that. Obviously, for those of you who might have seen Spaceship Earth at Epcot Center or something, would know about that. I remember we had to construct these types of shapes, and I always liked them. This is obviously a D20. I want to make a couple of comments. This is very smooth to the touch. I don't know how well you can see that or how it feels in my hands right now, but this is actually quite smooth to the touch, and I don't know. Do you guys like that or something? We'll be trying these dice in just a few minutes, but that's just a little comment I want to make. It feels a little glossy. Like all these dice feel a little glossy. Now, these are not transparent or translucent dice. These are straight up just solid dice. They don't weigh very much. They certainly don't feel like they weigh very much. This is a D12, which just looks really cool. And this, honestly, I don't know what this is. This is the dice that's not included in the set. I believe it's just a regular one. Hold on. I think this is like just a D10 with extra zeros on it. Is this a time? I was going to say, is this a time dice? But I think that some people have told me that what you do is you take this dice and you roll it with a D10. This is a D12. Yeah, I think you do. I think what you do is that you take these two dice here, and then you roll them together, and that's 50, and that's 6, and so that's essentially what is essentially a D100. So I think that these two together, there's no D100 that's included in this set, but occasionally you may have to roll a D100. I think that these two sets are basically what's included for like a D100, which is, I mean, personally, I don't know if I'd rather just go and get a D100 or something, but in the short term, this is actually quite nice. So I'll take that. Let's see what we got for the D12. 4. Cool, cool, cool. They don't light up. That's something else. I've heard that there are some D20s that light up. These are obviously not one of them. Let's see what we got. And botch. 12. 6. 18. Come on, give me a 20. 4. So these are coming out pretty random. 16. I know some people say they have bad dice or bad luck with dice and the dice gods and everything else, and that's fine. You know, you can believe that. I've also heard that some people talk about dice and unfair dice and stuff, but like I said, I just roll this thing like I got a random number every time, which looks pretty right to me. How about this one? This is the D8. 3. 5. Another 5. 6. Another 3. Well, there's only so many options here. 4. Alright. Now, I remember seeing Ocean's 13 for the very first time. You ever seen that movie, Ocean's 13? It's a pretty good movie. George Clooney's in it. And I was just impressed by the fact that the casinos, in the way the movies worked in that casino was, they constantly had to change the dice out. And I don't gamble, at least not really that much. So what I remember was thinking how unusual it was, or because that the casino would not only make its own dice, but that they would be constantly changing out the dice at random intervals in the course of over the course of the same night. I thought, well, that's kind of unusual, and I was told by people who do gamble, and I'm sure you guys who do gamble are going to post a comment below with your own thoughts. No, they do change the dice out constantly because these dice can wear out, and since they're played so much, they want to make sure that they change them out. Not, they manufacture them themselves, and they change them out constantly for fairness, essentially. I'm still getting 5s. Maybe this one. 3, 4, 2. All right. And this one right here, I think, is really cool. This is a D. This is a D4, so it only does. But the way it works is that the number that's on the top. I've seen some D4 that function differently. It's like it's the number on the bottom they're supposed to pick, but this one is like a pyramid shape, and it feels like a perfect pyramid. 2 keeps landing on 2. All right, that one I didn't roll for. 3. This one might be a bit tougher. 4. 2. No 1s. 4. Okay, so that's the dice. A couple of things for people who want to see this review, essentially. Well, what are cost, color? I have to say, like I said, this was a gift, but I'm pretty certain after doing some research on Amazon, you could probably get packs of this stuff for like $20. I'm sorry, for $10 around, not including shipping, not including tax, depending upon maybe around $9.99 or so, which for 7 dice of differing shape of the same color, you pick the color obviously. Like I said, this was a color that I happen to like. I thought it was a pretty cool deal. But don't just get a set like this. My guess is you're not going to want to get just one type of set. You're going to want to get a whole bunch of different sets of dice. Now, I haven't tried other dice yet. I haven't tried other dice manufacturers. I've just, occasionally I'll have a 6-sided dice that I'll roll out of like a board game or a card game or something. And obviously, if you needed 1 and 2, you just flip a coin or something. So there's always that. But in this case, this is certainly a really good start for like a first set of dice. It's not too expensive. It's got everything that you're going to need. And for fledgling Dungeons & Dragons users, even if you get the starter set, you're going to want this. Post a comment below with your thoughts. They look pretty fair to me, but I'm not a dice or a gaming expert. They feel pretty fair to me. So until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This is Maniac with GameAccess.net. Take care. Over and out.